Welcome to episode 5 of the Will and Walker podcast. I am Will, and with me is
Walker,
and we are coming to you from
sunny Beardstown, Illinois.
Today it is sunny and sweltering.
Very sunny.
Really, really rough. We went out this morning and played some frisbee golf over in Mount Sterling, and by 10 o'clock it was the heat was oppressive. So, today's episode, Would You Rather? Last week, we asked for input from our listeners on our new Facebook group page. If you haven't joined us, come over to Facebook and check us out at Will and Walker Podcast Listeners. We had some participants in that. They sent us some questions, Would You Rather? So, we have 7 submissions, and I think, Walker, you said you have one? And I have one.
I do.
Yeah,
yes.
You have one to ask me, and you'll also get to answer it yourself. So don't think you can just pick on me with it. So let's just go down the line. We'll start with the first one and go from there. So first one comes from David. Would you rather be able to speak with and understand animals or move objects with your mind? I already know what mine is.
I don't know what mine would be.
Well, I'll give you mine, and the reason why, maybe that will help you.
Okay.
So my answer would be, I would rather be able to speak with and understand animals. One, I love dogs. I just like them, and some of the expressions that they have on their face, I really want to know what's going on in their head. Cats, I don't care.
Yeah.
And there's some other animals, I could talk to, but dogs especially. If I could I would be happy with just being able to communicate with dogs. Now, the thing about moving things with my mind, seeing as how I just took up frisbee golf, I enjoy doing some physical activities that require a certain amount of physical dexterity. And I don't think it would be fun to make a frisbee disc go into the hole or into the basket with my mind. I think it's more fun to do it manually. So,
well, you don't have to use it. I mean, you have the...
No, I think if you have that ability, then you're using it and you become lazy.
Yeah. I guess I'd be able to communicate with animals. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Why would it be cool?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool to hear what a dog says or how they act. I guess that's pretty much the only reason.
Oh, okay. So you do take after me.
Yes.
Yeah. Forget the cats. Okay, the second one comes from Brent. Would you rather use paper or plastic?
I think I know what that means, but
it means what it means. Would you rather use paper or plastic?
I would say paper, because I've used paper to blow my nose before, and it's not that bad.
That's where I was going to go with it, too. I prefer paper because paper is more absorbent, and plastic is not. Have you ever tried to wipe with a wadded up plastic sack?
No.
Doesn't really work.
Oh, a plastic sack.
No.
That would be...
It could be anything, paper or plastic.
I was thinking
paper
of
plate or plastic plate? Paper.
I was thinking of like a plastic panel or something.
Well, yeah. It could be any. He didn't specify paper or plastic. That's when they came out with plastic bags, they would have both. And there used to be a job out there for young men your age. It was called a stock boy or a carryout guy. And you would actually bag people's groceries, and you would ask them, would you prefer paper or plastic? Mm-hmm. Now, if we are talking strictly bags, I'm going plastic bags because I only want to make one trip.
Yeah.
And you can't carry a whole lot of paper bags, because when your mom goes to the grocery store, it's mountains of groceries for some reason.
Yeah.
So I have to carry them in, usually. Not really. But when I do, I want to carry all of them. I don't want to carry just a couple and come back and get a couple. And come back. I want to carry them all. And plastic bags do have handles. So if we're talking shopping bags, for me, plastic. If we're just talking paper or plastic, paper.
I would use paper just because, I don't know. I'd probably feel more comfortable with using paper than either a plastic bag or a plastic piece of something.
Yeah. Okay, the next one comes from Katie. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
I saw this one pretty early, and I think I know what it would be. I think it'd be scales because I am outside a lot.
Scales because you're outside a lot.
I guess. Because lizards are hot.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'd do.
Bears are covered in fur.
Yeah.
But so are cats, though. I hate cats.
And I thought about the fur one, but dogs have a different way of breathing, so, and taking in air and cooling off, and we have different ways of doing that, so I don't think fur would be the way to go. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Me, I would rather be covered in fur. Mm-hmm. Because you don't see the areas of the country that I like tend to be cooler.
Yeah.
And you don't see any lizards or anything covered in scales in the mountains or on a glacier or anything like that. So they're always usually hibernating if it's cold.
Yeah.
Plus, if you have scales, you got to sit out in the sun and get warmed up. And I don't like to sit out in the sun because it reminds me of the beach, and I don't like to get sand between my toes.
That's funny.
All right. Well, we're going through these really fast, so we're going to take a moment and plug our Patreon page. If you'd like to support our page financially, we're not looking to get rich off of this, but if you feel led to help support us, you can go to patreon.com/Will and Walker podcast. Any money that we raise there is going to go into the podcast, whether that be for the subscription to have our podcasts saved each week, or if it's to upgrade equipment, upgrade the computer, anything like that. So we're not using it to feed ourselves pizza or anything. We would use it for the podcast.
Unless we ate pizza during the podcast.
I guess if we ate
think?
pizza during the podcast, yeah, I guess.
And I just I thought of another would you rather.
Oh, okay.
That I'll say later.
Well, we're only at the 8-minute mark, and we've gone through 3 already, so we need to.
Yeah.
I only have 4 left on the list. We'll do a couple more, and then we'll plug our Facebook group page again.
All right.
The next one comes from Janet, a.k.a. Nana, a.k.a. Mother. Would you rather be 21 or your current age in the current conditions?
This one, I'd just do the current age and current condition.
You don't want to be 21?
Yeah, I don't really see any pluses to or pros to being 21.
I do. For you being 21.
All it is just being 21 and that's it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be in my house anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to get rid of you earlier. Your car insurance would go down. That would be a big plus.
I'd never think of
if
that.
you were living at home, that would be a big plus. Plus, if you're 21, you're old enough to vote. There's some advantages to being 21.
If it was 21 and some of the current conditions, not like living in your house at 21 or anything, but if it was basically the same, yeah, I think so. I think so.
I wasn't sure how to answer this one. When I was 21, I was very irresponsible and made a lot of poor decisions. I was trying to do things for the wrong reasons. So I'm going to stay with current age, current conditions.
Okay.
Because the current conditions aren't as bad as they could be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't my personal low spot, so I think it's all right. The next one, this is a good one. Actually, it's going to be tough for me too. This one comes from David. Would you rather have sardines and crackers or raw oysters and crackers?
Yeah. So wait, what is it?
Sardines with crackers. That's in the little tin that you peel open, and they're either sardines in oil, sardines in hot sauce, hard sardines in tomato sauce, I think, and the best is mustard. Or raw oysters.
I have not had either of these, so I'm just going to go with what I would like to try more, which is oysters and crackers. Because that sounds good to me for some reason. Snot and a rock sounds really good to me.
Well, it's not snot in a rock, first off. It tastes like the ocean. I've had both. I love sardines and I love oysters. I'd have to go oysters. But if I wasn't allowed to put a little horseradish on them, then I'd probably have to go with the sardines in mustard. If I couldn't have sardines and mustard, then I'd probably go back to the oysters. And if I could only get sardines and oil, it's definitely oysters, because I do not like sardines and oil. It's too oily. It's too oily.
What do sardines taste like?
They taste like the ocean.
So do oysters? Or what do oysters
Oh, did
taste
you say what do sardines taste like?
Yeah.
Sardines taste like really, really strong tuna. They're stronger than tuna. They're a fishy, strong fishy taste.
I want to have tuna again.
But they have good protein.
It's been a while.
It's good protein in sardines.
Yeah.
And both of them are great on crackers, so you can't go wrong. Okay, let's go a step further. Would you rather have Ritz crackers or saltines?
That is a hard one. Is it just plain or with something on it?
Just plain. We'll go just plain. We got dead air. We got to say something.
I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna say saltines all day.
Yeah, I think I'd do Ritz.
I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan of Ritz crackers.
Well, I'm thinking Ritz because they're puffier and I like those. But also, when I think of Ritz, I think of really bad tasting, scored out cheese. So I'm not really sure.
Oh, you mean squeezed cheese? The cheese out of a can?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are that's you can't eat that on a Ritz. You got to have that on a Triscuit.
Oh.
Triscuit's an easy cheese. That's the best hors d'oeuvre out there.
Really?
Yeah. All right, we're getting off on which
is good.
I love
because,
to talk about crackers.
Yeah, which you love to talk about crackers.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of good though, because we have been going through these fast. So.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: is a animal cracker a cracker or a cookie? It says on the box, animal crackers. Are they crackers or are they cookies?
Well, where does it sit? Wait.
It says right on animal crackers.
Wait.
What is it?
Does this mean you've seen it described as a cookie? Because I've never
haven't
seen
you
it
not
described
eaten one?
as a cookie. I have had one. Yeah.
It's a cookie.
I don't think it's a cookie.
Why not? It's sweet. It's a cookie.
If it's classified as a cracker, it's a cracker, I think.
It just says cracker, but it's sweet like a cookie.
I think it's a cracker, though. I don't know.
I disagree. It's a cookie.
I like the ones with the frosting on.
You don't put frosting on crackers.
Well,
you don't.
You put squirty cheese on it. You put squirty cheese.
Are you
going
to put squirty cheese on an animal cracker?
No, I don't like cheese. That kind of cheese.
You don't like any cheese. You don't have to talk. You don't have to tell me. But
I think it's a cracker because it's got yummy
it's
stuff
a cookie
on it, so
because it tastes sweet like a cookie.
It's good when you put stuff on it. So I think animal crackers are crackers.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. The next one comes from Carmen, and this one I think is directed at me.
All right.
Because I don't think you can quite answer yet. It is: would you rather be married or stay single? And definitely be married. Life is so much better married, not because of the, I don't know, what am I saying?
Not because of
all the bad things. There's no bad things. Oh, the only bad things is when I'm butthole to your mom, and that's when it's bad.
Yeah.
No, everything is good. I wouldn't be where I am without your mom. She's awesome. She's kept me grounded and kept me stable and kept me out of trouble, and yeah, she takes care of a lot of stuff. So
I'll kind of make up my own answer for
Go
this
ahead.
because like it's not really directed at me. So I'm just gonna say for myself, would you rather have girlfriend but not permanent or single? I would say girlfriend because I haven't had too many experiences of that, and I would like to just, even if it doesn't go anywhere, I mean, I'd still like that experience to do that.
all right.
So yeah.
Well, you have your driver's license and a vehicle.
Yeah.
You just got to start asking people,
Hey.
hey, you want to go hang out at McDonald's with me or go to Dairy Queen? That's all you got to do. But don't fear or don't worry about it, because when I was in high school, I had 2 girlfriends the whole
Yeah.
time I was. My 4 years of high school, I had 2 girlfriends. Okay, so let's see. Time to plug our Facebook page again. If you would like to be involved in our page and like to interact with other listeners, we encourage you to go to our Facebook page. It is Will and Walker Podcast Listeners. So we encourage you to check that out on Facebook. You can get on there and become a member. You'll see when we post new podcasts, so it's an easy place for you to find them. We'll have poll questions to get feedback. We'll have little interactions like we have with this week's question of would you rather, and things like that. Who knows if we get to 100? We're up in the 80s right now. If we get to 100, we might have to do a giveaway or something just to show our appreciation. But please, if you enjoy our podcast, please share that with your friends, and we'll try to grow that and reach more people. We also are on Instagram. You want to share our Instagram?
Yes, it is the @ Will and Walker Podcast. And yeah, I post.
Yes, Walker
And
takes care of that.
Pretty much only post, hey,
For all the other people.
it's going to get uploaded. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we need to-
we have announcements and stuff.
When we do stuff together, we probably ought to take pictures and use that on Instagram. Like
Yeah.
we made a homemade basket for frisbee golf in the yard. We're going to start practicing putting. We went frisbee golfing Saturday in our red, white, and blue regalia. We went again this
Yes.
morning. We need to take more pictures, I guess.
Sweaty.
And I talked about selfies last week, not liking selfies, but
Sweaty.
yeah, it was sweaty. So we probably need to do that. Share some pictures of our experiences.
Be kind of cool if we had maybe for like a milestone or something, if we got like 100 listeners or 100 followers on the podcast or something, if we did like a podcast during a like disc golf thing, like we like if we went disc golfing and we're recording a podcast while doing that. Although the wind might be a problem
Yeah.
because there's all kinds of like.
Yeah, I don't know how we would do that. We might.
know.
we
That's
might-
an idea, though.
Yeah, it is an idea for a future show. Okay. The last one that we have before we get into our own Would You Rathers comes from Skip. Would you rather kiss a rattlesnake or become a Cubs fan? This one's a no-brainer for me.
Really?
Would you rather kiss a rattlesnake or be a Cubs fan?
Are rattlesnakes
kissing a
very
rattlesnake.
poisonous?
I don't care. I'm kissing a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it has to be a live rattlesnake, so I'll find a dead one. I don't care.
Or kill one?
No, I won't kill one.
You won't
That
kill
means you
him?
got to find a live one. I'm not going to go after one. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be a Cubs fan.
I don't know. I'd probably kiss a rattlesnake.
I'm not going over to the dark side. No, I'm not doing it. That would be like becoming a Yankees fan. I would probably become a Yankees fan before I became a Cub fan.
Are all the Yankee fans?
I would
just
probably be a
Yankee
Mets
fans because
fan.
they live in New York.
Huh?
I think all the Yankee fans are just Yankee fans because they live in New York, and that's it.
No, they're Yankee fans all over the country.
Really? I didn't know that.
Because that franchise has the most well-known history, and
Yeah.
they've won the most
I was gonna
World
say
Series
something like that.
titles.
about
But
that.
but I'll tell you what, I would be a Mets fan before I was a Cub fan.
Yeah.
I would become a Cub fan before I became a Milwaukee Brewer fan, though.
Yeah.
Milwaukee Brewers are the worst. Yeah, so the Cubs aren't as bad as the Brewers, but not becoming a fan. I'm gonna be kissing a rattlesnake.
I'd probably just go anyone before the Cubs. I don't know much about baseball.
Oh, you know enough about baseball to know which team is good, so don't beat yourself up. Okay, we're gonna move on to our own would you rather's. So you said you had one. Let's hear yours, and
I'll say-
I still haven't come up with mine. So
One part of my would you rather is from another podcast, and I will quotations plug them. Credit to the Lunch Club podcast for this the second part of this would you rather. Would you rather not be able to tell the difference between a brownie and poop, or not be able to tell the difference between a cupcake and a baby?
what?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
The baby part is the Lunch Club part. Credit to them.
You can't tell the difference between a brownie.
So, like, you see a brownie on the plate, and you're like, is that poop or is that a brownie?
And then you see a baby sitting there. Oh, could that be a cupcake?
Yeah, you can't tell. You'd never know.
So
And you can't tell a difference between the smell, but you can only tell a difference between the tastes.
I have to taste a baby. I don't want to taste a baby. So I'm gonna have to say the brownie and the poop.
Yeah?
I can't, because I can't go around munching on babies. Oh, is this a cupcake? Oh no, it's baby.
Well, what if someone around you knows, and they put out a plate, and there's a brownie on there, and you're like, ooh, someone just left a brownie out here. You take a bite out of it. That's poop.
Well, then I just won't eat brownies anymore. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd do the baby one.
Why?
No one's going to set a baby on a plate in the middle of a counter.
Oh, give me a break. Come
There's
on.
not going to be
That's not fair.
There's not going to be babies behind the counter of a bakery.
Well, there's not going to be brownies floating in a toilet. So there, you're right. Nobody's going to stick a baby on a plate and say, "Hey, would you like some cupcake?"
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Mine would be.
I have one more after this, by the
All
way.
right. I'm still having writer's block. So
You sure?
share your other one, and then I'll see if I can
All right.
come up with mine.
My other one is a little more serious and not as funny. Well, it is. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's super serious.
Okay.
I'm
We
going
won't.
way into depth.
I won't take it real serious.
So, would you rather meet your favorite musician or your favorite actor?
Ooh. Favorite musician or my favorite actor? Well, my favorite actor is Keanu Reeves, probably.
Yeah, really?
By
I
far.
didn't know that.
Yeah. I like a lot of his stuff.
I already forgot my favorite actor.
My favorite musician, I can't.
And whether they're dead or not, it doesn't matter.
Right. I kind of figured, yeah. I'm going to have to go favorite actor.
All right.
Just because with it being Keanu Reeves, I would hope he would take me shooting.
Yeah?
I'd go hang out with him and shoot some stuff and pick up some pointers from him because he's a good shot and he's fun to watch. So
I'm I'm not sure which one mine would be. Kind of because I forgot who my favorite actor was.
One of the doctors from Doctor Who?
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I found where you can watch some older Doctor Who
For
episodes
free?
for free, yeah.
That would be very cool because I haven't even seen any of the old ones. I've only seen the ones since it got. They started making new ones. I would probably do the musician one.
And who would that be?
Because that would be Charlie Green, CG5.
Okay.
His name everywhere is CG5, but his real name is Charlie Green. He does lots of, like, really modern music, and he does music where it's lots of electronic sounds and beats and just stuff that sounds really cool, and I'd love to see and talk about how he does stuff like that.
Cool.
And he started doing YouTube, actually, when he was, like, 12 years old or something, and he is self-taught. He taught himself everything about music and stuff. I think that'd be really cool to meet him.
All right. Oh, I came up with one.
Oh.
And this one's for, I don't know that I can answer it myself, but would you rather live without Legos or live without television? Uh-oh. Monitor just went off.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah. Yeah, take that for the cake baby and the
Cake
brownie
baby.
poop. Get you back. I could probably answer this one. I know what I would answer.
I love Legos, but I could probably do without Legos.
Really?
Because there's lots of shows that would be hard to miss.
Huh.
Like, because there's still lots of stuff to wait on when it comes to shows. And shows could go for a long amount of time, and then there could be sequel series, and then just stuff like that. And I think I would go with living without Legos.
Wow. I thought you'd go the other way.
Yeah.
If I were in your shoes, I would probably say I could go without television.
Yeah.
Because we don't, I mean, now I didn't say go without movies. You would still be able to go watch movies in the movie theater. But regular television, like the TV that's hanging on the wall, I could do without that.
Yeah.
And probably play Legos. I'd go back to playing Legos if we didn't have TV.
Yeah, I would. The scenario I'm thinking of when I thought of this question in my head when you told me it was, imagine if I did go the route where I go without TV, and I'm like I'm showing someone my Legos or something. They're like, "Oh, have you seen this show? They made a show about this," and I'm like, "No, I've never seen that."
I don't have any friends to talk to, so I don't have that problem. No, I take that back. I have friends. We just don't talk about TV, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up in our conversations.
My generation talks a lot about stuff like that. Well, I guess it's just my little friend group. I'm sure people your age do that too.
I don't know. Used to talk a lot about sports, but I've given up on sports. So that's
I have too.
A topic for another episode.
Well, I haven't completely given up. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking with us. Thank you for all those that sent in their suggestions for Would You Rather. We invite you to come back and listen to us next week. Actually, we'll be off next week because Walker's going to be on vacation. So there won't be an episode next week. It'll be the week after. And I think we already have a subject ready for that one. Just want to thank you again for listening. Check out our Facebook group page on Facebook. It's Will and Walker Podcast Listeners. Check out our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Will and Walker Podcast. And Instagram, which is
at Will and Walker Podcast.
All right. So for myself.
Also.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot to plug this. We now have a hashtag, which is just Will and Walker Podcast, so you can follow that. and use it however you like.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay. Thanks once again for being with us for episode 5. Everybody, have a good week.
Goodbye.